PFC 11. It's all about knocking out kidney disease. We are in London, Ontario, and I'm joined by a victorious Tony Laramie. How are you feeling right now, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I'm usually a striker, so I wanted to keep it on the feet, you know, but I was being really successful on the ground, so I just got the win that way, you know what I mean? Grinding them out till you quit.
Yeah, because it's all about finding whatever works in the fight, right? Like, just, I mean, you probably have some desire to, like, maybe get the striking out heading into the fight, but as you get in there, it's like, oh, the takedowns are just readily available to me.
Yeah. This is the first time I actually watched an opponent before I fought him, and I seen a lot of holes in his game, you know, especially with the striking. So I wanted to knock him out. I thought I was gonna knock him out in the second round, you know. But then the ground was just there, you know. I was letting those strikes on the bottom and stuff like that, and it was just all my night, man, all my night, all 100%. I mean, he had, you know what I mean. He's supposed to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean. I'm only a blue belt, you know. He couldn't even do anything on his back. I was all dominant tonight for sure.
Yeah, for sure, and you were getting in a lot of different looks, too. Like, I noticed you were out in Vegas at one point, and also Michigan top team. Can you talk about who you were really getting in that regular work with at those respective camps there?
Yeah, I went to Vegas for 2 weeks, and I'm planning to go there again for 4 weeks, actually, for my next training camp. I'm out there training with Cody Stamen at the UFC Performance Institute, and also at Xtreme Couture with a bunch of other people. And when I go to Michigan top team, I'm training with one of the best boxing coaches, Kara, as well as one of the best top 25ers right now, Jared Brooks. He's up there, you know what I mean? So I'm just getting the best training around, you know. You gotta train with the best to be the best, you know what I mean? That's just how this game works.
And I'm curious why this opponent was an opponent you chose to, like, look tape up on. Is it because he was a bit like a veteran opponent, sort of like well-traveled around the landscape? Like, I noticed he was with ACA, which used to be ACB for a little while, like World Series of Fighting and stuff like that. Was that the reasoning for it, or?
I seen he had a lot of fights and stuff like that, and especially all his fights, you know what I mean? He's 10-8, 18 fights. Everyone he's fought, none of them had a losing record. All of them still have good records, you know? He has a lot of good wins, a lot of, you know, losses against good people, you know what I mean? So I don't know. People are like, you should watch some footage on him. I watched some footage on him. I'm glad I did, you know, because I got to pick at the holes in his game, you know, and it was all me tonight, and you could see that in my performance.
Did Darren bring anything to the table that surprised you at all, or was everything like just, you know, what you expected?
Everything is exactly how I expected. I watched him once, and I only had to watch him for 10 minutes, man. Just from that, watching him for 10 minutes, I was able to get my whole game plan down and just walk in and have this dominant win today.
Yeah, not looking too far beyond going going too far beyond the victory tonight and everything like that. But it seems like a logical next step would be an opponent like James Clarke, for instance. Is that something that you're interested in? It seems like a lot of people who know a lot about, you know, Canadian MMA are really like looking forward to a fight like that. And it seems like both of you guys are interested in something like that as well.
Hey man, I'm here to prove I'm the best, and everyone thinks they're the best. So I'm down for whoever, whenever. You know what I mean? If they think they're the best, they could try to prove against me. You know, and then we can meet up whenever. You know what I mean? I'm game. You know, you watch all my fights. I'm always bringing the heat. I don't back down. I'm like, someone could walk in 20-0 and they're like, you want to fight him? I'm like, let's go. You know what I mean? So if they offer me James Clarke, I'm down. But there's also a lot of other names up there. You know what I mean? That are possibilities, you know. I had some people calling me out recently. Michael Imperato is someone. He's thinking maybe a catchweight at 130. I wouldn't mind that, you know what I mean? But, you know, we'll see where it takes me, you know. Only time can tell.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you'd be looking at fights. I mean, that's not necessarily a different division, but fights outside of your immediate weight, that's something you'd be intrigued by?
Oh, I'm always, man. I'm trying to fight 125, 135, you know. That's my goal, is to be double champ, maybe, you know. I'm here, like I said, I'm here to prove I'm the best, and in time I'm going to show I'm the best. That's all it's going to take, is time.
Yeah, and you got quite the crowd surrounding you here from what's going on. I'm wondering what you're getting up to after the fight here. You got any big celebration plans here?
I don't know, man. As long as my boys are there, I'm having a good time.
All right, man, that's great. Is there anything you want to add as a parting thought as we're wrapping up, though?
No, man. Thank you for everything. Thank you for interviewing me, man.
I appreciate the time. PFC 11, knocking out kidney disease, London, Ontario, and Tony Laramie getting a big statement win here. Thanks for the time, man. It was great.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you again for having me.